I'm standing next to the women's toilets. Good morning, and it's another beautiful sunny day here in London today, and we're heading off. Today we have a full menu. We'll be seeing Big Ben, the Parliament buildings down there at Westminster. Then we'll be going to see the location of Sherlock Holmes's fictional home at 221B Baker Street. From there we'll be going to St James Park, Kensington Palace, and this afternoon we'll be checking out the Royal Mews. Now, if you've not heard of the Royal Mews, it's effectively the official stable for the royal family, and so it's where you can see the carriages and the horses that are used in all official events, so coronations or weddings and so on. Then we'll finish off this evening hopefully by getting to attend Evensong at Westminster Abbey. Alright, so we're about to hop on our train again from Lewisham Station to London Bridge. We're coming now into London Bridge and just heading through the turnstiles. You tag on and tag off on the subway and most of the train services, but you only tag on when you get on a bus. So now we're heading to the underground. We are actually on the underground for the first time here at London Bridge. We've had 3 stops on the underground. We're at Westminster now, just on our way out, and first stop will be Big Ben. We've literally just stepped out of Westminster Station, and this is what you see.
To our house. We walk along.
Probably the most well-known symbol of the British Empire, Big Ben. It's really windy once you get out into exposed places like here on the bridge outside Westminster. So as you'd expect, it is crazy busy here. Mostly tourists, open-top buses, lots of people asking you to take photos, and you can get them to take photos for you. And so yeah, we're carrying on down the street now towards 10 Downing Street, the Prime Minister's residence. You obviously can't get too close to it these days for security reasons, but we'll see approximately where it is. So as soon as you get just a couple hundred meters away from Westminster Abbey and the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, things quieten down a lot. So we're heading down Parliament Street here towards Downing Street. You're just constantly surrounded by history and buildings that are hundreds of years old. Obviously, Downing Street is blocked off by armed police these days, so not a huge amount to see, but very cool to be at such a famous site for a photo. Alright, so we've just popped into a Tesco Express. That's like a convenience store for one of the supermarket brands here. And lunch in total for the 3 of us, £15.05. That included lots and lots of sandwiches, drinks, and 4 Snickers bars. And now we're back at Trafalgar Square. You can see old Nelson there in the background up on the top of the column. And so we're just going to sit here on the steps and enjoy lunch in the beautiful sunshine. Okay, so here's something annoying that we are learning about public toilets here in the UK. There is an entry fee to go into the toilets. You don't obviously want to film inside there, but you've got to pay 20p. You literally have to scan your credit card at a turnstile to go into the public toilets. Or in third world countries, I have been to public bathrooms where you have to pay someone sitting at the door, sort of 10 cents or something, but you don't expect it in a developed economy. So this is even weirder. I'm standing next to the women's toilets, but I'm filming this. Elizabeth just used the 20 pence toilet. How was your experience? Was it worth it?
No. So they've obviously got 2 people in there that they're employing to monitor the gate.
Okay, that you're paying.
Yeah.
But they're not cleaning.
They might be, but also a woman just walked through it.
Oh, right.
It beeped when she just went to the toilet and they didn't do anything.
Oh, right. Okay, so maybe that's the strategy to use. I'm not officially recommending it, but
no.
You know, if you got to
Also,
go, you got to go.
They were quite disgusting. I remember 20 years ago in Bangkok when you would pay someone and you had like hand lotion, lots of nice soaps, tissues, all the things that you might need, and they were actually like cleaning the sink after you used it.
Yeah.
This is not the service we're being offered here for 20 pence.
Other than the third world bathroom experience, we are now at St James's Park, which is opposite where the King's Royal Guard has their quarters over there. You can see soldiers on horseback, which is really cool. And we are in an incredibly beautiful park here. And we're heading down the Princess Diana Memorial Walkway. St James's Park, absolutely massive, really beautiful, huge numbers of birds of different types, pelicans, geese, ducks, everything else. Lots of lounges here where you can sit and relax, or you can just picnic here on the grass. Really wonderful actually on a sunny day like today. So here we are leaving St James Park and directly opposite Buckingham Palace. Now if you're hoping to bump into King Charles and Queen Camilla here, you may be disappointed. They don't actually live at Buckingham Palace at the moment. They're still living in Clarence House while Buckingham Palace is being renovated, because I'm sure, you know, it's probably not hoity-toity enough and needs a little bit of sprucing up before it'll be suitable for the new King and Queen. Somewhere we've obviously taken a wrong turn, because this is Australia.
Got a bunch of rope.
That's Buckingham Palace, and so now we are on our way just around the corner to the Royal Mews, MEWS. This is where the carriages are kept that are used for royal functions, as well as the horses used in royal occasions. So it's only a couple hundred meters away, and we've got a booking there. You have to book in advance. We've got a 2:30 to 2:45 booking, so we'll be just on time. Come and join us as we check it out. Here is the Royal Mews shop over here, but we are going in the main entrance, which I believe will be up here, just here on the right. It seems quite nondescript, the building, so you could easily miss it walking past. So look for the red sign above the door, because it's just a brick fence, which doesn't look like it would house anything as amazing as what we're expecting to see today. So join us as we check it out. Cool, so we've all got our audio guides that are included in your price here, and we're doing the family setting. Majesty the horse is giving us an introduction. Each coach, beautifully maintained, as you can see, is accompanied by an audio description as well as a write-up explaining its history and use. The audio guide is included at no extra charge. So this carriage was used for the Diamond Jubilee of the Queen Elizabeth II, and then was then used in the coronation of King Charles III. It was only built in 2012. Although the Mews is primarily about the horses and the carriages used by the King or the Queen of England, you also have some of the vehicles. For example, this one right here, a Rolls Royce as used by the King and Queen. You can see you have the symbol of the King or the royal family on the roof there. Just another day in the Norman household.
You made me do this.
So this is the Golden State coach. It was used by King Charles III, and he was driven to his coronation in 2023. This coach is over 250 years old, which is hard to believe when you look at just how beautiful and well kept it is here today. We use the audio guide here that is included in your ticket price to tour the Mews, I'd encourage you to use it. It gives you two options. You can either use the family audio guide option, or you can just use sort of adult version. We used the family guide, and I think it was actually really fun. If you've got younger kids, you're going to want to use the family guide option. But actually it was quite entertaining for the adults as well, listening to that version of the information about the Mews. Now, they do have guided tours here as well, very regularly. There's about 6 or 7 tours per day, so if you'd prefer to do it with a guided tour rather than use the audio guide, then by all means check the website to find out what time those tours are. So this was really enjoyable. We had a great time here, but it is quite pricey. So for the three of us, it was about 96 New Zealand dollars, so that's about 60 US dollars, and we spent just over an hour here. No visit anywhere with Elizabeth is complete without going to the gift shop. So to give you an example of pricing, one tradition we have in our family is each year we buy a Christmas decoration from somewhere nice that we visit typically. These are really beautiful, and then you look at the price tag, that is £24. Now Elizabeth loves to get a mug every time we visit somewhere interesting. Let's see here. £25. Alright, so we have finished at the Royal Mews and we're just walking down the streets of London, heading back towards Westminster Abbey for Evensong. After the disappointment at St Paul's Cathedral last night, it's suddenly gotten a lot cooler when you're in the shade. It's only about 20 past 4, but at this time of the afternoon, with the wind blowing between the tall buildings, it does get really cold very quickly.
There's a gift shop over there. We could go to that.
We could go to the gift shop. Let's do that. But first I want to draw your attention to the fact that we are back at Westminster Cathedral. It's 4:30 and we have joined the queue for Evensong here. It's half an hour before the service begins. Obviously it is an actual church service, so once we're inside I won't be filming because we want to be respectful of the service and the way it unfolds here. But you want to get here early. You can see there is already a massive crowd, probably 150 people ahead of us. So you do want to make sure you get here in very good time. It looks like they're letting us all in now already at 4:30. So we have just come out of the Evensong service here at Westminster Abbey. I think that was one of the most amazing experiences of my life, just to be in a place that famous. We are not Anglicans ourselves, but to experience a church service in here, to read God's word together, to pray together, was pretty amazing, even in an environment as historic as this one, where you have the tomb of Isaac Newton, you have the tomb of David Livingstone, you have the tomb of Charles Dickens, numerous kings and queens of England, all in this incredible building over here, and to see that personally was really amazing. We're on our way to get some dinner, but what's super exciting is along the way we're going to walk past the old Scotland Yard as featured in Sherlock Holmes and other detective novels of that period.
Sherlock Holmes.
Plus New Scotland Yard. So if you are a British crime drama junkie like Elizabeth is, then to be able to actually see Scotland Yard, the headquarters of the British Metropolitan Police, I think, or London Metropolitan Police, will be something really cool. Okay, so with Big Ben chiming in the background, this is New Scotland Yard. So if you are a fan of British crime dramas, this is a place you want to check out. It's got the famous spinning New Scotland Yard sign over here. Very, very cool. Alright, so now we're heading off to the original Scotland Yard. The police vehicles over there at New Scotland Yard. What's really cool just walking down the street here is you just see, firstly, so many beautiful buildings. So Field Marshal Montgomery. Now Grace, this guy's really important. When we go to France in a few days, we're going to Normandy. He was the commander of all British forces that landed at Normandy. We are back on Whitehall near Downing Street, but this street, as you can see up here, is called Great Scotland Yard. So this is where the original Scotland Yard was located. So we're just going to go and check that out. I believe it is this building. store called Tortilla, obviously Mexican food. There's the different options up there. Elizabeth and I are having the burrito, Grace is having a kids meal. We paid £25.55 for 2 large burritos, and for Grace's quesadilla sparkling water because they didn't have Capri Sun left over. They also forgot to give her the free pot or the extra pot of guacamole that's actually supposed to be included. I had to go and ask for it, so service was a little bit disorganized, but the food is really delicious, really tasty food. Got some amazing ingredients in there. I went for the coriander rice. So really good. So we finished our activities for the day and we're about to head home, and we've seen so much today. Grace, what was the highlight for you?
My favourite was going to the Mews because there are lots of horses and all the carriages.
Fantastic. What about you, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I think it's the Mews as well, simply because this time we used the audio and it was just so much more interesting than just walking around.
Yeah.
And then Evensong at Westminster Abbey, I think for a very different reason, that was amazing.
While we didn't make it to 221 Baker Street as we had hoped today, it is incredible to walk the streets of London that hold so much history. From the Houses of Parliament to Downing Street, statue after statue summarising the nation's history through good times and bad, war and peace. Beautiful gardens, palaces fit for kings and the carriages they travel in. And to be able to attend Westminster Abbey, a place that has seen coronations and weddings and funerals, and that is the last resting place of so many bastions of Western civilization, was a privilege I will cherish forever. It's been another awesome day in London. Now, before I get to final costs for the day, don't forget to give us a like, hit subscribe, and make sure notifications are turned on. What was your favorite activity we did today, and what would you recommend for us to do next? But what did today cost us? Excluding travel and our accommodation, which is free with family, but counting the 20p Elizabeth had to pay to use the toilet, we spent 190 New Zealand dollars, a much cheaper day than day one, with lots of free activities. Join us on our crazy third day in London in the next video. Take care.